None of us had gardening experience before starting this project. I don't know if I ever touched soil before doing this. We knocked on doors to speak to people and ask them to get involved. And next thing I know, we're out cleaning up the alleyway every weekend. And then it's just kind of turned into this community garden that everyone's gotten to be a part of. My name's Yasmine, and I am one of the residents here on this alleyway in Moss Side. Moss Side is just a small area outside of Manchester city centre where we're loads of rows of terraced houses, and the communities come together to create an alleyway garden. Before we started this alleyway project, it was a really unsightly place to be. It was full of fly tipping, so mattresses, fridges, washing machines, just everything you can imagine dumped out here. It felt quite unsafe and frankly just like a bit ugly. So one thing we wanted to do was clean up the area. A neighbor knocked on the door and had said, "Do you mind coming to help clean up the alleyway?" And I said, "Yeah, sure," and shut the door and thought, we're never gonna do that. That will never happen. And next thing I know, we're out cleaning up the alleyway every weekend. We're scraping the weeds out of the cobbles and picking up the rubbish. And then it's just kind of turned into this community garden that everyone's gotten to be a part of. To get community members involved, we did a variety of different things. So we knocked on doors to speak to people. Every time someone was walking down the alleyway to take out the rubbish, we were stopping them to talk about the project and ask them to get involved. Through doing that, we were able to get people to come outside for a couple of hours and pick up rubbish or litter pick or start planting. And next thing you know, people are just really wanting to get involved. We've had about 10 to 15 households be involved in total. It kind of shows you don't need huge power, you don't need loads of people to get involved to make it something, but you just need a few people who are willing to put in the work. Some of the challenges we've had, obviously being a community project and a volunteer project, when people are busy or they're going through different stages of life, they're not always able to come out and be a part of it. Antisocial behavior in the community, so people coming and stealing stuff or destroying stuff, and over time that's lessened a lot, and we don't have fly tipping and we don't have antisocial behavior, but of course in the beginning that was something to really overcome. And one thing is, none of us had gardening experience before starting this project, so I don't know if I ever touched soil before doing this. So I had a lot to learn on how to garden and what different plants needed and how to grow things on different sides of the alleyway, that one is so hot and south facing and one is really shady and cool. So there was a lot to learn and a lot of challenges to overcome, but I think we've gotten through the worst of it now. The biggest lesson I learned in this alleyway is how much containers require watering. I don't think I ever thought about the difference of watering in the ground and planters and pots and what the different needs would be. Lost a lot of plants to underwatering, so we had to learn a lot on how much maintenance was required for that. In this alleyway, people are able to come together and kind of garden in a way that they like, and they can do kind of anything that they want. So our alleyway is not distinctly mixed up, so it's not every neighbor has a chunk, but people are able to come out and pick what they want to grow and grow it in a space. We have fruit and vegetables growing, we have grapevines, but we have loads of flowers and annuals and perennials, so just different things that really make people feel that it's their space. So come with me and let's have a look at what we have in the alleyway. One of the things I really like about gardening in an alleyway like this is that with so many people from the community coming together, they all have their chance to show their own personality, and different parts of the alleyway have their own personality, as well as different alleyways having their own personalities. So this side of the alleyway, they really like the focus on nature, biodiversity, food for pollinators, and just keeping it quite natural and earthy, and it just offers a bit of a cottage garden style feel to it. One of the questions I get asked the most is, what do we do about the bins in the alleyway? So this is part of what we do with the bins in the alleyway. They're covered with some greenery, so there's loads of alpines on the top here, which means they come back year after year, and most of them are evergreen as well. And then the rest of our bins are just at the ends of the alleyway, and they're kind of shielded by all the greenery, so you don't have to look at the bins while you're sitting outside. This is the shadier side of the alleyway, so this is north facing, and that just means we take a bit of precaution when planting our plants out, and what we put on this shadier side because we don't get tons of light down here. So that's why we've put our pond here, just to protect it a bit from the heat and keep any critters that are in it nice and happy. The snails and slugs have really decimated a lot of our plants over the years. So what we've decided is we have this pond, and it means we're inviting toads, frogs, and any other wildlife who will come and control all of those pests that come into our garden and decimate our plants, but in a way that's environmentally friendly. One of my favorite spaces in the alleyway is this social area. So this is where we can all come together, eat, drink, hang out, and I kind of think of it as the heart of the alleyway. So there's space for people to sit. There's this bar area where we have some fresh herbs we can make cocktails with, and this has seen plates and plates worth of food so many times. So I really love this space and the fact that it really brings people together, because nothing brings people together like food. This archway here is actually our wisteria. So we had this for several years now, and this is the first year that it's blossomed and we've had flowers, which was so exciting to us. So now every year we'll have Wisteria Watch, where we count down the days until the wisteria is blooming, and it just looks really gorgeous hanging down. Our alleyway lights are probably one of the prettiest things we have in the alleyway when it comes to the evening. So it lights up the space really nicely, and it just makes you feel so cozy and welcome. And it's also really nice because if you do have to take your bins out at night, it's lit for you, but of course in such a pretty environment as well. Our herb section is just here, and what I love about this is that it's kind of a space for everyone. So my neighbor Gemma has a tortoise, and her tortoise is named Mr. Tortellini, and so this is Mr. Tortellini's feeding area. So everything on the herb planter Mr. Tortellini can eat for his meals. We have oregano, parsley, thyme, and just all those sorts of things that he really enjoys eating. But we also have herbs for people as well. There's strawberries growing, and then we have all those other herbs like chives that people will want to come and harvest before their dinner. As our final stop on the tour, we're here at the really well-known fig tree. So this fig tree is a staple of Moss Side alleyways. It's huge, and we just grow our figs in a builder's bag, so it's not even planted in the ground. As you can probably see, this tree has an abundance of fruit. So last year we had between 2.5 kilo and 3 kilo worth of figs, which meant I was chasing everyone down the alleyway trying to give them figs, and ended up making a huge batch of fig jam for the winter season. This tree is so easy to maintain. We just water it and we give it a liquid seaweed feed a couple times a year. We love this fig tree, and it's just such a pretty addition to the alleyway. Thank you for coming to our alleyway here in Moss Side. Let us know in the comments what your favorite part of the alleyway was and what's inspired you on your own gardening project.